You're not gonna believe this.
Wait. Oh, where's the cord?
Cordless. We went cordless. Still ice.
Oh, how long you had it in there?
2 days ago I put ice in.
Yes. No way. Wow. That is really something.
Still cold.
Really? Ice will do that.
Mm-hmm. I like what are those joggers?
Yeah, I think so.
Where'd you get them?
Target, $9.
No way.
Yeah, no, for real. They kind of fit. It's fun. Kind of look like scrubs, but I don't know. All right, I got a little trade in mind for you. What do you think? I need a lot of peanut butter in bulk. So what if I use your Costco membership, but we take my car?
Your easy toll?
Yeah.
You're paying the tolls. All right, buddy.
Okay.
Come on. Check this out. You're not gonna listen. It can detect. I installed that in 2 minutes. It can detect. Yeah.
It just makes a little noise, huh?
Alexa, arm the system. She's never listened on the first try. Alexa!
Yeah, my wife's the same way.
Oh, you don't like this?
Oh, did you mean to do that?
I got. We're back. Just a couple upper middle class boys.
Yeah.
Middle class? I don't know.
I love string lights. So what does that tell you?
Same. We call that the suburban cilantro.
That's right. Just adds a little something to it.
Mm-hmm. Adds a little. It doesn't make the dish, but it makes the backyard have a little pop.
Little pop.
Yeah.
And dude, you ever see that thing where some people think cilantro tastes like soap?
Yes, and it's kind of ruined cilantro for me. I'm gonna be honest. I was always like, this has a nice bitterness to it, and I'm like, is that soap? Soapy bitterness? And now it's like it's made me kind of stay away from cilantro a little, which is upsetting.
All that and more problems on today's podcast. We're going to get into soapy bitterness today.
We sure are. Thanks for coming on back. Roll music. Correct opinions. Correct opinions. Hey, Jake.
Hey.
Question
Trey.
of the day I've been hearing. Are there more wheels or doors in the world?
My first thought was there are more doors, because the first thing you think of is cars. Think of all the cars, but every car that has wheels, 4 wheels, 4 doors. So it's a wash.
That's, now you're getting upper middle class. There's a lot of 2-door trucks out there. Are you? Well, what classifies as a door or a wheel? I need your definition.
Oh, okay. I have that ready to go. A door.
I love that. That's the podcast. Anytime I queue up for anything, you're just like, I'm not prepared.
Like, whoa, I don't have a script for this. Like, yeah, that's what the podcast is.
Is the fly to my pants a door?
Now we're talking. Is my mouth a door?
Right?
I've
been doing my squats. Are my buttocks a wheel?
Yeah.
Because they are rotund.
Oh, okay. Got it. Rotund. And they leave skid marks. So you tell me. How do you define it? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of all. There's probably a lot of things people out there are thinking. There's like, why aren't they saying this? Why aren't they bringing up this point? Guys, I'm not that smart. Okay.
Are coins wheels?
Tell me why.
Round.
Just because they're round.
You ever dropped a quarter and then it rolls like a wheel?
I have.
I'm like, this is why coins should be square.
Poker chips. Those couldn't roll away from you. Felt table. Yeah, we need the definition.
Way more. But are ears doors?
I think a lot of writers would say so. A lot of old, speakers, door into the soul. I don't know. I don't know. All right, I don't know. I haven't thought about this
no
debate.
No pressure.
No,
I don't need
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think there's more of?
I think there's more doors, because every person has a door. Like you said, they have a door to their soul. When Jesus comes knocking,
where are you gonna be?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not knocking on your tire.
No.
Jesus
isn't on wheel or his chariot. Because then you get into the spiritual world.
It's like, well, they used a donkey, which is like horsepower.
The planets are wheels. But the galaxy's a door.
My goodness. This is the soapy bitterness.
The toilet's a wheel, but your toilet hole is a door.
Yeah,
Are all doors wheels?
No.
Oh. Just my house. They're all circular doors. It's weird.
He lives in the Shire.
Okay. Well, you let us know what you think in the comments.
This was intelligent
More
debate.
wheels or doors. Yeah,
Could go either way.
More intelligent debates. You were on debate team. I can tell.
I wish. I think I would have done well at it as long as they didn't ask me this question. But yeah, we didn't have it. Stratford didn't really have much. We were lucky to have running water and a basketball team, so we didn't push it when it came to extracurriculars.
Yeah.
I think we had theater. I know that because, just all the kids that dressed in black. I was like, oh, that's what they do after school.
Exactly. That was their uniform, and now it's cool. I mean, they were ahead of the curve. All black, cool outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I like how all white people have kind of agreed because we don't know how to dress. It's just like if you just wear all of the color black, then you look really cool.
Oh, you look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went home yesterday and went to church with my parents and packed really quickly. I wasn't really thinking about it. All of my church clothes were black. So I was like, I know my parents are going to say something about this. And what ended up happening was, this is just great. Anytime, you haven't really been around my parents much, but you need to, just to see just the chaos, because no one can hear anything. So what'll happen is my dad is like, love the all black outfit. I'm like, well, I thought we were going to the Johnny Cash service. And then my dad goes, wait, why do we need Cash? And I was like, no, I was saying Johnny Cash. He's like, oh. Well, Caitlin's wearing black too. Maybe you guys can sit in the golf.
There were no black people at his shows.
He's like, you and Caitlin, you guys can sit in the golf section. And we're like, what is a golf section? He's like, goth section. We're like, oh, none
goth.
of us, do any of us even speak English? We can't hear anything we're saying. It
Sounds
was
like
awesome.
a great family gathering.
It's great. We have no idea. It was like our windows and doors conversation.
Right.
Just really getting nowhere.
All black, on wheels, away from the Lord. Open your door.
Open your mind door. Yeah. Let him drive in.
Hearing problems run in the family, or just more of a speech problem?
Yeah, it could be. I think my sister and I both went to speech class back in the day. My sister is now a speech language pathologist, so you'd think she'd have it figured out. But I asked her that. She's like, no, I'm still working at it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, she's struggling to find a job. So.
Yeah. No one will hire her.
Yeah. Hello. Thank you for taking this interview. My name is Sarah. Real
Keep
quick. More wheels or doors? We meant questions about the interview.
Yeah. And do you have any questions for me? Yeah. They say every rectangle is a square. Or no, which one is it? We were thinking questions about the job.
Yeah. Questions about the job.
Okay.
Good for her. Speech pathologist.
Yeah.
Speech problem. Today, the not saying your R's will never not be funny. So we'll just do it every episode from now on.
That's what I had to go to speech for.
Mm-hmm.
And they would, make me do all these exercises.
That's funny.
Rudolph, reindeer. That's what I remember.
Yeah, just 30 minutes of that.
I think.
Torture.
I remember eating a lot of Starburst. And I loved speech class, because I got candy. I got taken out of real class. My friend Randy Ropke was there.
That made you feel special.
Yeah.
Hey, you are a smart kid.
Yeah, it was awesome. And it was nice because they knew I had trouble speaking. He might not be able to speak to the bus driver, so they made the bus shorter for me, which I thought was cool. Because if he needs to stop, he won't be able to yell at the bus driver if he's all the way in the back.
Your dad drives the bus; he's hard of hearing.
Yeah, he can't hear me. Yeah. And when I'd finally get to the classroom, it was fun. They knew I was so sporty, but he might break stuff, so they would pad the rooms for me, and I was like, this is great. Now I can throw the ball against anything.
Yeah, you loved hugging yourself from many nights alone with friends, so they would just strap you in a jacket.
Yeah, and it was cool that they made outfits for me. Mm-hmm. And I loved the hug jacket. That's what I called it, the Huggy. Yeah, which is funny because I was wearing Huggies as well, because kind of Huggy on Huggies.
Love your Starburst. They'd make you just really relaxed and
yeah. I really like speech class. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, sounds interesting. I never got to go. I've heard good things.
You've heard pretty similar stories to that.
Yeah,
that's what speech is like.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I think it's what my sister does. Mm-hmm. So. Every day, that's her, and it was good to hang out. Good to see some family.
Saw the fam. That's always good.
Yeah, just a quick 24-hour trip, and got to see a bunch of different people, and it was a good time. My uncle apparently has been lying to his sister every time he goes to the casino. He says he's going to Arkansas.
So, is it fun. In Arkansas?
It's pretty much right there.
Yeah. It's not. It's that's a classic. It's not technically a lie.
Yeah. Actually, no, I think you're right. Yeah, I think it is technically in Arkansas, so that's probably right saying
smart. That. I mean, I was in Arkansas.
So that was pretty funny because I got there late, so I wasn't there when he was telling everyone that. And so all of a sudden his sister calls him and he starts freaking out. He runs out of the room. He's like, "What do I do?" I said I was on the way back from work. And so he just runs out of the room screaming, "Brenda's calling," as his pants are falling down. I'm like, what is going on in our
Brenda's
family?
gonna know.
I was like,
Don't tell her. Look her in the eyes. I was in Arkansas for work, which is technically true because I'm making money. I'm trying. It's a classic. That's when Katie's tired of the sport. It's basketball time. March Madness. Love March. So a lot of basketball's been on. And she's like, I'm tired of basketball. I'm like, okay, I'll stop watching basketball here. Let's go out to eat. And then we arrive at a sports bar. That's technically, I'm doing what she's asking.
Sorry. I didn't know
I turned that TV off. Also, very fun update. My eye is still twitching.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. Didn't you see an eye doctor?
I actually happen to have a routine checkup where I still don't need contacts. Wow. Praise the Lord. I was like, do I? They're like, people with your eyesight, they typically don't. I'm like, cool.
They're like, they don't normally complain about it like you are, so
yeah,
probably don't need contacts.
My eye is twitching, and she's like, that'll stop, but it hasn't. And of course, Katie, being how she is, she's now Googling, like, maybe, you need to go back to a doctor. I'm like, I'm not going back to a doctor for my eye's still twitching. They'll be like, yeah,
that sucks.
Still is. It'll stop.
Yeah, they're like asking you. I hate those. Sometimes where you go in expecting them to fix something. Like, so what's going on? And you're like, my eye is twitching. They're like, does it hurt? You're like, no. I'm like, well, I mean, but my eye is twitching.
When you go to the doctor, she just, without even looking at me, she's just still on her computer. She's like, yeah, that'll go away.
You're a receptionist. Okay. You don't even know.
You don't know. And like, why is it happening? She's like, typically you stressed. I'm like, I'm the least stressed I've been in quite some time. I'm just chilling at home.
It's just like me with the chiropractor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you're probably not sleeping well.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm
not sleeping well.
I'm late to this because I slept in.
Yeah. Having a ton of caffeine. I'm like, you typically have a cup of coffee.
LaCroix.
It'll go away.
You're like, are you Googling this right now?
Yeah.
Why are your fingers flying so fast?
Yeah. Are you on the How It Works website? Where it's just like.
You're on eHow. I can see in your glasses.
So we'll keep you posted on that.
It'll go away.
It'll be fine. It'll go away. That was like when I had I was like hyperventilating years ago because I was having like a panic attack. I didn't even know what it was.
Oh dang, that's scary when you
go in there and I'm like, surely I'm dying. They'll fix me, and they just come in like I was at a high elevation, so I think that obviously attributed to it because you don't feel like you can breathe when you're at like 12,000 feet or whatever.
Yeah, I bet you're closer to dunking now.
And so of course they've seen it. Yeah, and they're just like, oh yeah, you're probably just anxious. It'll be fine.
You're like,
I'm just laying there going, like something to help me. I'm like, I'm like, kid, give me anything. I'm like, nah. I mean, just kind of calm down. Like,
there's an aspect to that is more calming. Cause like I get these people see everything and they're not worried about it.
You're fine.
But it's also like this. Yeah, I mean, if I had a panic attack, like this is the most anxiety I've ever felt. My heart rate is through the roof. And you're just standing there, not even looking me in the eyes.
I think one point one of them like pointed and laughed a little bit.
Get a little of this.
This one, he's still going. Been here for 10 minutes.
First
Surprised
time.
he's still conscious. You're fine, man.
You're fine. Just honestly, everything looks normal. Your eye is bothering me though. I don't like looking at your eyes.
The eye twitch is a big concern though. Actually,
that's kind of freaking me out.
Checked out.
I would go see someone about that, but no, the heavy breathing's fine.
Yeah.
Get a bag. Yeah, dude, when you were talking about cilantro at the beginning, it reminded me, I had a new food a couple nights ago.
Another new food.
New food.
We're branching out, man.
I mean,
all right, this is
Rachel is my door into new foods.
I love it. She's like, I promise, vegetables, you should eat them. And so
I've always heard that.
Was it a vegetable?
It was green. Actually, let me see if I can describe it. And then yeah.
Dude, I bought a kiwi the other day. Those are so. You ever have a fruit and you're like, I really should eat this more? What's programmed in me?
Strawberries. Dude, they're so good.
Kiwis are better than most candies. Why am I gravitating towards... You ever had a kiwi?
It's been a while, but I remember liking kiwi at the time.
I hate that. You ever heard that thing? They're like, well, it's still a lot of sugar, so don't eat too many kiwis. Whoever said that?
Come on.
You think this country would have a obesity epidemic if they weren't just like, hey, eat as many kiwis as you want.
Easy with.
I think that would be a net positive.
Yeah.
So we have 600 pounds.
It's like what did it?
Yeah, probably deep fried potato chips.
All those kiwis. No one ever told me.
Oh, what? Oh, dude. Oh, that's so funny. I think it's a Nate Bargatze joke.
Really?
So he's like, yeah, I mean, I don't think my problem is I was just stayed up late and just going after some fruit. Like,
Yeah, maybe
so
he did
funny.
say something like that. That sounds familiar. Dude, that reminds me too. Okay, we'll get back to the mysterious green food. Yesterday, me and my dad were in public. This guy comes right up to me. He goes, "Jake Triplet," and the sun was kind of.
Do you want some green?
The sun was above him.
She said leaves are good, so I need to try them. All right, sorry.
And so, because I couldn't recognize this guy, I tried to pretend like the sun was in my eyes, so that way he would have to introduce himself to me. And so I'm like,
So
I put
it's
my
this
hand
like
over.
glorious light in front of you. You're like, Father,
I'm like, hey, I don't.
is this a door?
Is it? Yeah. Is this my heavenly door, my upper door? And so I'm like putting my hand above my eye. I'm like, oh, hey, man. And of course, he doesn't take the bait. He's just like, dude, been a while. I'm like, dang it. I have no idea who this guy is. And he talks to me and he's like, dude, me and my mom were just talking about you because we were watching Nate Bargatze yesterday. And everything he's saying is giving me no clues to who this guy is. He's just like, me and my mom, we were just talking about you literally yesterday, man. And we watched your videos. We had no idea. So that's awesome, dude. And anyway, big Nate Bargatze fan. We're in the realm of Nate. People are talking about Nate. They like talk about us. They don't like to introduce themselves, but we are adjacent.
And
So,
that was the end. You never learned.
I don't know who he is. My dad was like, how'd you know him? I was like, I have no idea. I was hoping you would recognize him.
You helped me out here.
Yeah. Do you know his mom? I don't know.
Wow, this is an angel from the Lord.
It's definitely
Keep it
someone
up.
like from high school. And, just if you're out there already went to high school with me.
So he was talking with his mom about Nate Bargatze
Uh-huh.
and you.
And he was like, yeah, I guess you're doing something similar. And I was like, I guess.
Wow,
just
cool.
Yeah.
Do you have 3 Netflix specials too? Or? Yeah, I mean,
And you're like-
it's in the realm.
Yeah. Nate's like doing all this comedy and you're like trying your best. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's me. Yeah, me and Trey.
Okay.
We're just trying our best.
Cool.
That's Nate. We're thinking about starting a new channel called Trying Our Best, just because that's kind of just encapsulates what we're doing so
Yeah.
much.
Do your best, have fun.
You should have heard us talk about windows and doors. It was not pretty.
Yeah. If it, for whatever reason, the public opinion starts to turn on us, we start just making channels called, well, my mom says she's proud of me.
Yeah, or just the Hustle Award. Like, look, I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm trying.
At the end of the day, I can come home to a wife that loves me.
Comedy.
Comedy. Skits.
Skits.
Shorts. Follow us.
Yeah. Yeah, in 10 years, we're going to be making.
The outro is just me crying.
Subscribe if you
I
want.
got a great wife and kids.
It doesn't matter.
Solace in that.
The channel is going to be called My Son is My Pure Joy Shorts.
I had a really funny. Oh, I sent y'all the photo.
Dude,
the
that was
guy-
awesome.
Yeah, the funny moment. I shout out to his wife. I know she listens. Remember at the show when I said the wrong state, which is you never want to do, and a particularly large northeastern looking man, shouted out like, "Yeah, wrong state, buddy," and I was like, oh my gosh. And I came across. I don't even know how I did. I think
I'm impressed you found this.
I was looking through in my, when you just get on your phone, sometimes you're just killing time. You're like, I've looked through all the go-tos. I'm just gonna like start going down a weird rabbit hole. And I think I was just looking through like my tags or something.
Okay,
just
yeah.
kind of like miss being on the road. I'm gonna reminisce on people coming out to the shows, and I stumbled across my first like negative review.
Oh, really?
Publicly.
Did they post it on Instagram?
Yeah. Which I was.
That's funny.
I'm being honest. Initially, I was like, I'm gonna retire.
Yeah.
This one person didn't like it.
Uh-huh.
But of course, I'm kind of like, whatever. And I click, and it's like a private. I forget. It's like this account that it doesn't even. It's like his like small business account that he like promotes whatever he does, and he just like chimed in to be like, hey, real quick, I really don't like this Trey Kennedy guy. And then back to your original.
What, he does like window cleaning, but he's like on the
Something like-
side,
yeah,
he
yeah.
reviews comedy.
And then I kept going, and then I put 2 and 2 together because he tagged his wife somewhere, and it was that person I sent you, and I was like,
Oh, well, that makes
I
sense.
knew that guy didn't like this
Yeah,
show.
we knew that.
I always say whenever, obviously we have a lot of women come to the show, they drag their husbands there, and whenever I see a dude, I'm like, you know what, man, he's gonna have a much better time than he thinks.
Yeah.
They're probably like, the wife's bringing me to some guy off Facebook. It's like, oh
No,
yeah.
you're gonna enjoy
But
it.
when I saw him in the pre-show meet and greet, I was like,
He may
this
not
guy
enjoy it.
is not gonna have a good time. I mean, he was the most blue collar, rough and tough guy I have ever met, and I'm like, not really This probably isn't the target demographic. If you know, not saying you can't enjoy it, but I mean, the odds weren't in my favor. Yeah.
And I think what really moved the needle was when you called New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
that probably didn't help.
He's like, I really don't like this guy, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And 2 minutes in, and he's like, nope. But I will say, I caught him smirking, dude, because I noticed how much
a smirk.
He hated me, and I was like, he smirked a few times.
He doesn't completely hate it.
Definitely.
That's funny. Yeah, because you're like, oh, I 100% knew that guy didn't like it. Like,
yeah. So I was like, oh, well, yeah.
Okay, we're fine. I've heard people, some interview or something I saw, like people were talking to Jerry Seinfeld about comedy, and they were like, so like to other comedians, you know, you get off stage, you talk to other comedians, and you talk to him about like how it went. And he's like, what? I know how it went. I was on stage. They were laughing. It went well. Yeah. You know, if you're not laughing, it didn't go well. You don't need other people to be like, so how'd it go? It's like you get direct feedback.
Sounded like they liked it, but maybe they're just being nice.
Do you think they were being polite?
Yeah.
Do you think they didn't want to laugh?
You heard, they gave you a standing ovation at the end. But
do you think they were just restless?
Yeah, I think they were just like when the plane lands and they pop up because they wanted to go so bad.
They have to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
Do you think it could have been that? Like a unanimous restroom visit?
No, that was like a fun little, felt like a nice divine moment where I was like, oh, what my first ever bad review. I'm going to retire. And then I learned, I was like, oh, that was the guy I already knew hated it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Should be good. Yeah, that's funny.
Yep.
Back to the green sauce. Green food. Green jelly.
Oh, yeah, everyone's been anxiously waiting.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even going to...
But this had nothing to do with the Nate Bargatze guy?
No, these are separate. It was just like you said, Nate Bargatze. I was like, oh yeah, yesterday the weirdest thing happened in a parking lot.
I ate a salad with Nate Bargatze.
I'm pretty sure it was him. I mean, he was a white guy. He was funny.
There was a sun behind him, so I couldn't say. But he said a few jokes that I liked that reminded me. It was probably him.
He didn't cuss, so I was like, this might be Nate Bargatze.
You ran into Nate Bargatze.
Maybe.
What?
The food was so crazy that I couldn't even focus on his face.
Yeah, I do think his mom's a subscriber.
Miss Bargatze, thank you for listening. Okay, here is what the food was like. I had a very tiny amount of it, and what happened once it hit my tongue is it felt like if Pop Rocks turned into a cream, and it wasn't spicy, but it was tingly. It was a very unique sensation.
You had green curry.
No, it's a pretty good guess, I suppose.
I did recently.
Oh, how was it? Did it go out your door all right?
It felt like it was on wheels heading out my door. It was quick. You had okay, this is a fun little riddle. It's a green.
It is green.
Felt like Pop Rocks, then turned to cream.
It felt like if Pop Rocks were in a cream.
It's not like candy.
It's not candy.
No. Is it a real whole food?
It is it's on the plate. It's on the plate, but it's not the main dish by any means.
I bet you had a jalapeno. Dude, I don't know.
Never heard of it. Rachel had me try wasabi.
Oh.
You ever had that? Oh, Derek had it.
He's Googling Pop Rocks turns to cream. Like, oh, weird results.
Whoa.
Don't open the door. Wasabi, little bit, right? Did you have sushi?
Yeah, we were having sushi.
Did you like the sushi with wasabi?
I didn't combine them.
Because I remember we had sushi on my birthday on the road. I thought we were going to have to get you a bucket.
Dude, whatever you made me try that night was different than what we had a few nights ago.
Well, she probably warmed you up. I'm sure it was some delicious, full of spicy mayo and breadcrumbs and...
Oh, breadcrumbs would have been nice.
Yeah.
They could have put some Frosted Flakes on it or something. Give it a little crunch.
Come on.
That would have been nice.
Wasabi review?
So wasabi is wild. I'm good if I never have that again. Now, granted, I think it would be good if you ate a bite of sushi and there was some rice involved, but just straight wasabi was a wild sensation.
Wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah. But we had California, or she got like some fancy rolls that she likes, and I got California rolls, and then she had me dip it in some mysterious yellow sauce and then some soy sauce. And by the end of it, there were about 19 different things going on in my mouth, but I didn't hate it.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
That's my review.
You ate the whole roll, or did you switch to...
Once Nate Bargatze stopped looking at me, I kind of spit it out under the table. I didn't want him to see.
Right.
But
dude, we got sushi. This was such a great night. Does that ever happen to y'all when you're like, man, what do we do tonight? I don't know what to do. And someone gives you a suggestion.
I'll look at my tagged photos.
Yeah. Oh, he hated the show. Maybe I should have. Maybe I don't need to spend hours on my phone.
I'm not so hungry. Sorry.
Get tickets to the tour, by the way. People love the show.
99.9% positive.
No one can be 100%.
No. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah. If you're if your husband's a welder and has neck tattoos, it's still possible he'd like the show.
If Trey can get the city right, he might be able to win him over.
But, just expectations. I don't know what he did for a living, but he really hurt me. But you ever have those moments where you're like, I don't know what to do, and someone gives a suggestion, and they so 100% nail actually what
the mood.
That happened last week with sushi. Katie, she never does this. She's like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yes, I could talk about this.
And I'm like, okay, how about this? She's like, I don't care. You pick. And I pick. She's like, I don't actually, because I've actually for the next 6 days, I promised to like not eat a carb or like just made up.
Yeah.
Like, what? I can't keep up. Mm-hmm. But she goes, how about sushi? And I was just like, I hadn't had sushi in a very long time.
You kind of forgot about it.
Oh, I was just so excited. We went and got some sushi. Had a great time.
Wow.
Tried a new little spot. I always go a little bit of wasabi on the roll. Boom.
And you like
Fun
it.
fact, wasabi, not actually wasabi. That's what you're eating is more horseradish.
Really?
Real true wasabi, I guess, has a shelf life of like a few days.
Okay.
So only at the fanciest of sushi places will you have, and it's the wasabi root being grated, and like something chemically happens where it turns into wasabi when you grate the root, and once you do that process, it doesn't last that long. So it's like you got to ship the root, grate it fresh. I've never had it.
Is it still like a creamy texture?
This was a late night YouTube video. Yeah, I think I'm sure it tastes almost the same. But
cool. But we're having kind of a knockoff horse version.
I guess they say there's maybe 1% wasabi in that kind of more affordable wasabi. It's more just like horseradish and whatever else.
Horseradish sounds like such a made up thing. It sounds like a Mad Lib. All right, I need an animal and then a vegetable. You ate horseradish. Like you ate bunny beans.
It reminds me of our good buddy South American country winter sport.
What? Oh, Casey Peruski.
Yes, dude.
Yeah. Wow.
Shout out Casey Peruski.
Yeah.
He's
a comic we met in West Palm.
And he's like, if you forget my name, just think South American country winter sport. And it's actually worked because I still remember the name.
Peruski.
Horseradish.
Bunny bean. Got it. Yeah. Sounds made up. Katie's thinking about no carbs. Rachel's all about the self-imposed challenges. Like she is already, like she was a D1 college athlete, very fit, very skinny, but it's not enough. She's like, you know what? I think for this year, I'm going to do something fun. I was like, me too. I think let's book flights to Hawaii. And she was like, I'm going to give up added sugar. I was like, we have different versions of fun.
I was like, maybe let's sit and see how long I can go with only eating DiGiorno. That's what I'm going to do.
Pizza rolls only challenge.
Yeah.
We could film it. I don't know. Put it on Patreon. Whatever.
What if we do a diet where we eat no fresh foods for a week? Only frozen.
Only artificial fruit. Like cherry Pop-Tarts and then like grape soda and, horseradish.
Oh, yeah. Katie, whatever she's doing, she's just like really intense and healthy. So she's not, we made all these cookies. I'm like, you want one? She's like, no. I'm like, why do we make them? And then she'll have them like one night a week, all this thing. Or we had a big Salt Old college friend. We had this group of friends over. Like, we're just going to like deliver some Thai food over. So, of course, everyone's just, pad Thai, fried rice. And she got like a zucchini noodle, like this. Everyone there's rolling their eyes. She's like, wow, that's good.
You could convince yourself that.
Yeah, she's like skinnier than everyone. It's like, oh.
Gross. Put on some weight.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Seriously, put on a few.
Come on. I learned that my mom was currently winning the like some sort of weight loss competition at their school, which my mom was 5'1" and puny. So I was like, is it healthy for you to enter a competition like this?
Yeah.
But it's by percentage, and so I think in that way, she's in first place. And I was like, wow, what are you doing? And she said intermittent fasting. And I was like, I used to have a bit about that. I'll have you come to the show and listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a really intimate challenge with the group. It's like, and in second place, we've got Mrs. Diana. She weighed 290, and she's down about 6%, just trailing behind Miss Triplet, down 5% or 4 pounds.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. So keep it up. A tough race for first.
Have you seen those TikToks about like it's so niche but so funny? It's like how every school secretary walks or something, or it's so good. And it's like, wow, that does seem like elementary, middle school, high school. They were all the same body type.
What?
Big doors.
Big doors. Yeah, big wheels and doors. And did you ever have a male teacher like in grade school?
Yes.
The coolest thing in the world.
I remember it was either 4th or 5th grade. We had a couple male teachers in elementary school because it was time to watch the video, and there were only like 2 of them. So it was like the entire like grade with Mr. Estelle and Mr. Massengale. Mr. Estelle actually came to our St. Louis show. I hadn't seen him since I was his student.
Did you see him?
Yeah, it was awesome. I saw him afterwards. It was really fun.
You're like, you taught me how things work.
We read Walk 2 Moons together. Yeah. So you could probably see how the comedy tonight was inspired by that.
Hope you enjoyed my show as much as I enjoyed yours.
Yeah. You performed way more than I did.
Opened a lot of doors.
Sorry I never stood up for you when it was over with. Mm-hmm. But I remember like, and it'll be a little too much to say on the podcast, but I remember some of those male teachers telling us things about our changing bodies. And I obviously just like wholeheartedly believing them. Like, I guess that's how it works. And then as I get older, I'm like, wait, that's not how it works. Like they
don't lay eggs.
Yeah.
Why did he tell us that?
Okay.
I was always like, why is this mom not sitting on her nest?
Yeah.
She's supposed to be warming it.
Heat it up. Yeah. This is very confusing because it's called menstruation.
Yeah.
So
when's it happening to me?
Why have I been buying all these pads?
I think he pulled one on me, man.
Yeah. I think he works in the tampon industry, and he was trying to get all of us in on it. Yeah. No, it wasn't quite that, but there were things that I always thought about. I was like, yeah, no, I remember Mr. Massengale told me this thing, and I was like, wait, no, I think you should go see a doctor, because that's not, I think we're all fine. We can all do these things.
I watched the film on my birthday.
You're like, Mom, can I? Mom, can I? She's like, not until your birthday.
Not until you're 12. No, it happened to be on my birthday in like 5th grade, and we just had several women.
You're just eating like cake, just learning about this.
All right, guys, everyone wrap up the birthday song to Trey, and then we're gonna dive into some pretty traumatic information.
Like that ruined like ice cream cake for you for 10 years. Like,
I had to switch to cookie cake, dude. I can't even look at an ice cream cake these days.
I'm trying to eat ice cream cake. All I can think about is fallopian tubes. Like, what's going on?
They comboed it. It's half the cake said "Happy Birthday, Trey," and half the cake said like
you're gonna need deodorant and some other stuff.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Yep.
You had to eat it or had to watch that on your birthday.
It was brutal, man. Can you imagine learning where you came from 12 years to the day? It's traumatic.
Yeah. Dude. The idea, I mean...
I thought I came out a different door, man. They caught me. It was brutal.
I thought it came on your doorstep.
Yeah,
I fully believed in the stork theory for a long time. Who knew? Dude, that is wild. That you go like about 10 to 15 years of your life just really in the dark about some stuff.
just wild guesses.
Just making up your own theories. Trying to listen into what Evan Stelzer is saying, but you're not quite sure if you heard it right. You're like, I think he said organism. And then you learn later that's not what he was saying.
Yeah. So confused.
Yeah, it was a wild time.
I remember there'd be like the real bad kid who would like raise his hand and ask what he thought was like an inappropriate, like not okay question. He'd be like, and what about breastfeeding? And then they just calmly explain it. We'd all be like, why do you ask? Why do you ask?
Yeah. Can we just I mean, PE is right after this. Can we just go already?
Oh. And one more time, just happy birthday to Trey.
Okay, was this the case in your school? Because I remember talking to Brad, and at his school, they watched both videos. So, like, the guys watched the guys' video, and then they watched the girls' video to, like,
I don't know these
educate
videos.
Them. Oh, you didn't watch any videos?
I remember in high school, we had to watch the Miracle of Life video.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Right.
I've purposely avoided that. I'm going to wait till my 40th birthday.
But I didn't watch any other video. I think I guess there was videos. I don't really remember. Maybe I just blocked that out. I remember like 8, 9, 10 birthdays I have vivid memories of. I think I just blocked out
that 12th birthday.
Yeah, I don't know what happened otherwise.
Wait, what happened? Tell me about the Miracle of Life video. Because I've heard it. I shouldn't. But
I mean, it's just, it's a woman birthing a child. So it's just a full production. So.
Is it a live stream? It's like 19 hours long. Like the entire labor process.
Yeah, they're like, this is real. We're having a lock-in. This is real life. Yeah. I mean, they're showing, of course, everyone in the class is like half watching it. And we had some like young, funny health teacher who was just a football coach. That's all I want to do. Who was just kind of like half laughing, like, you know, we got to watch this.
And you have to. I don't care if you look at it, but we got to have it.
That's kind of it. No, I don't remember the 12th birthday.
I remember in high school we had a sub and we were watching some movie. You know, maybe it was like the original. What was that movie that they did that had nudity in it? It was a big deal, but you could watch it in
Romeo
high school.
and Juliet.
Yes. Okay. So I remember the sub is not. I think all the other classes had fast forwarded that part because the word was getting around.
Mm-hmm.
Sub doesn't know about it. Scene comes on. We're seeing it. We're seeing her 2 front doors.
Really? Yeah, I remember we fast forward. You see his bottom a little bit.
That's fun.
Don't you?
I don't know if we got to that scene.
I remember because back then it was VHS. My gosh, was it? So you're fast forwarding, you can still kind of see it really fast. So I remember kids would be like, "Oh!" You know? She's like, "Don't look, turn
burn it into my brain, burn it in."
Yeah.
But I remember we had like the goody two shoes, like, excuse me, Mr. Humphreys, I don't think we should be watching this part. And then like, you know, like Trevor, the guy's like, Denise,
yeah,
come on,
Denise,
I need this. Rewind it.
Come on.
Mr. Humphrey, please. Please don't. Please let us watch it. So those are the videos I remember.
For sure.
Also 9/11.
Yeah, that one's hard to forget.
Do you remember that? Anyway. When is your birthday?
November? Oh, dude. Yeah. Tough birthday, man.
That is a really funny.
Those are unforgettable right there, man. They really are. And we watched I had a some kind of class, you know, one of those made up classes where all we'd do was watch Lost.
Oh, I went to a Bible study in college one time. Like, we're gonna slowly make our way through Lost. I was like, sign me up. That sounds like a great one.
Lost, like we're all spiritually lost.
It's just one metaphor.
Sense.
We need to watch the whole season.
Just for the whole season. Wasn't that a good show? Who else is lost? Raise your hand. Like, was this really worth it?
Yeah, I feel like we could have. Yeah,
good show.
Good show.
Did you ever watch Lost?
It's in that Bible study. I watched like the first 6 episodes, and then I think like winter break hit, and I was like, I don't
watch them sporadically. I haven't really dove in.
I know it's a show that people really liked until the ending, and I know that people unanimously don't like the ending. And once you know that, it's kind of like Marley and Me. Like, I haven't seen the movie, but I know enough to know I don't need to watch this movie.
Mm-hmm. Well,
wait, what were you going to say about Lost?
I agree with you. I heard it gets weird, and they like all of a sudden it gets like sci-fi. I'm out on that. You seen the new Batman, new Spider-Man? You in on this?
No, I'm not.
Me neither.
Don't like bugs.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm
amazed so many people are sporting bats still.
Yeah, and more than ever. Down with bats. The bat stock is not going great.
It's not.
Still made it.
Let us know what you think of those movies. I'm not gonna watch them, dude. People are very excited. I had a friend text me saying like, "Might hit Spider-Man tonight if you want to come." I just responded, "What?" I mean, years friends with this guy. Like, what ever leads you to believe I would say yes to this invitation?
I would have texted back and apologized. I said, "Look, I'm sorry if I ever gave you the idea that I would want to be invited to this. I'm sorry. Because I must have done something.
I've done something wrong, and if we could talk it over sometime."
Look, I don't want to ever give you that impression again. So let me know. Were you a big Whataburger guy growing up, college?
Yeah, I'm a big, I try to stay away from the fast foods, but Whataburger's up there for me for sure. You get one of those big old juicy burgers. Well, they have some of those, the patty melt up in there. Yeah, their sauce, their peppercorn sauce. They have some fun sauces
Peppercorn
too.
sauce.
They have some fun sauces.
Also sounds like a Mad Lib. What about the spicy ketchup? That's what people talk about.
The spicy ketchup is that was a game.
You're a big
changer
condiment guy.
Oh yeah,
sauce guy. Sauce boss. They finally. So if you guys don't know what a burger, it's like primarily in the South. I think it goes all the way out to Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Arizona.
Glaucoma.
I think it can help. What were you asking?
Go ahead.
And I think somewhat in part to our quarterback here in town, Patrick Mahomes, we've started to get Whataburgers. And we finally got one kind of close to our house. One member of my house, one of my roommates, has gone every single night. We're like on shifts now.
I mean,
we can't stop.
What is he getting?
We all get the same. We just get honey butter chicken biscuits.
I mean, those are what they're kind of famous for. Are they that good?
They're phenomenal.
Every day? That dude, there's so many better tasting things you can get every day.
Well, if you were bit by a tick and red meat is ruled out, honey butter chicken biscuits is by far the best option.
Every night at like midnight he goes.
I think like 4 nights in a row, one of us went. This is like Isaac, Harrison.
Get up, you get in your car, go through the drive-thru.
Yeah, dude, and it takes forever.
That's shocking. I could want food so bad, and I'm like, if it requires me to get in my car and go to a drive-thru, I just won't. I'll settle for something way less that'll be set on my doorstep.
Really?
I mean, it's bad. Yeah.
Huh.
That's crazy to me that you would. Like, there's this one place around the corner that I really love that doesn't deliver. And I would eat it weekly if they deliver, but I'm just like,
I guess I can't eat there now.
I guess I can't. I'm thinking about getting it tonight, but we'll see how things shake out. I might just be like, that's another 20 minutes. And
See, I'm kind of that way, but I prioritize the drive-thru. If they don't have a drive-thru, then it's like, even though it would take, maybe 3 minutes longer to go in and order the same food, it's like, I don't want to go in. Like, there's coffee shops by my house, but they don't have drive-thrus. So it's like, getting out of the car, that seems preposterous. I'll go out of my way to the Starbucks that has a drive-thru, that has a crazy long line. So, humans, we're special, aren't we? What?
You gonna go tonight?
Probably, because we got 2 basketball games tonight. I'm going to edit that DiGiorno music video. It's going to be a prime, just night. Derek and I will text
Post
until
up a
3
little
a.m.
bit,
Yeah. Get some Whataburger.
When do y'all go to? Do you schedule these, or like I've had a couple emails from you in the last couple weeks at about 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that was a bad one. That was a rough one.
What happened there?
That was a
because I'm like, I mean, he slept maybe 3 hours. Like, we meet the next day.
That is
what
correct.
What occurred there?
That was an evening nap gone poorly. So
fell asleep in the drive-thru actually. And
yeah, I don't know how long I slept, but it was like an evening nap. From like 6 to 10 or something. So it's like, well, I guess I'm up for a while. Get some work done.
That's terrific. That is
I do wonder when I send you those late night videos, like, is he seeing the time on this, or is he just like down?
Oh, I always love to see that. I make a point to look at it. I'll sometimes I'll get some that say like 12:15. I'm like, I'm proud of him.
Well, good.
Wow, good for him. It feels like typically it's like 2-ish,
but
then every now and then I'll get like a 5, and I'm like, I don't know what went wrong last time. But,
no, I would say in the last 6 months or so, I've done a better job, and the more I work with you, the more I've had more of a 9 to 5, but occasionally they will slip away from me.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's so funny.
Derek,
when's your bedtime?
Same as Jake's. We're on the same schedule.
Yeah.
You ever go rogue and stay up till 6 in the morning?
Yeah. One of my clients had a video project due at 7. I sent them at 6:15 in the morning.
Just grinding all night. Love it. You still go by those college hours, man. I like that. Like,
what are your?
Were you just busy, or do you procrastinate?
Yeah,
right.
Same. Yeah. What are your snacks? What do you have on your desk? What are you eating? You go salty, you go sweet, you go energy
this
drinks.
This is what I love and kind of miss about, because I used to be much more of an editor than I am now, and there's something kind of fun about, like, I'm just gonna post up right here and just edit for the next 5 hours.
Like, I have a project. I'm not stopping until
it's done. It's so simple, like
kind of
not simple in that regard, but just like, I have this one task.
Yeah.
And here I go, and you just go into another world.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your go-to?
Rather than, let's see, recently I had an energy drink for the first time in forever, and I feel like it actually kind of helped, because I was under the impression, like, I drink so much caffeine, yada yada, I'm past the point of this helping me, and I cracked open a little Monster, and I felt alert all night, so I was like, okay, thing to note.
Monster, good for you.
Good Check. For you. I mean, it's kind of a greenish vegetable color.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy a good chocolate-covered pretzel. You know about those? That's a good snack.
Oh, yeah. The white chocolate?
Either.
The white chocolate covered hits different, in my opinion.
I'll take either kind.
Are you a big snack while you edit guy, Derek?
How do you get down?
Costco's peanut butter chocolate mix.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, wait, you were telling me about this. It's the perfect trail mix for picky eaters
right
like
there,
us.
Baby.
No
That's
almonds.
fancy.
It's all the good.
No almonds.
Yeah.
Screw
No
almonds. No almonds. Hey, if you want me to do a project for you and you show up with almonds, I'm offset. Why, are you allergic? Nope. Just don't like them.
Just, why would I? You're at a peanut. Way better.
They're legumes. Isn't that a bummer?
Yeah, it is a good time.
Are you big? You think you'd get caffeine headaches? Like, if you stopped? Are you big on the caffeine?
No, a while back I just kind of stopped cold turkey just to see if I could, and I felt fine. I don't think it's that bad. Like, I'm not like filling up 44 ounces of Dr. Pepper multiple times a day. It's like, yeah, with lunch today, I'll get like a 20-ounce Dr. Pepper with it. Maybe, like it's not too bad. So I'm very healthy. That's what I'm going to say.
Like I might drink 2 sodas at lunch.
And that's it.
To start my...
and that's because I have 2 basketball games tonight.
Yeah, I was doing some... And then if you go to Whataburger tonight, do you get a soda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to do certain things. I don't even realize I'm doing it, but I guess I was a big Pavlov's dog guy back in the day. Like being classically conditioned. I do it to myself constantly. So for like 5 or 6 years now, every time I fall asleep on an airplane, I put on the same Shawn Mendes album. Because I'm training myself that like when that song comes on, I start to fall asleep. So if I'm ever kind of, I can't fall asleep, then I can use that song to put me to sleep. So I've been training myself a lot of different ways. I also, I only drink red Powerades on the golf course.
Okay.
Because like the pro shops always have Powerade for some reason. So I've made up my mind, like red Powerade is my golf course thing. So if I ever just like want to think of a good memory, I can just pop open a red Powerade, like, reminds me of golf.
Wow. Has this been your whole life? Or
I think I've just started noticing it more recently. I don't know if it's been going on my whole life, but...
Did they do it in speech class?
So I was the only kid in speech class for a lot of the time, so I don't know what the other kids were doing. Yeah, they had their own speech rooms. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Mr. Massengale had me come over sometimes.
Just to learn. It's learning.
Yeah. So that's me.
It's I like that strategy, actually. Might implement that a little bit.
I'm trying to think what else I was doing. There's just like patterns that I like to stick to or rules that I follow. Like when I go in a gas station, I can't just get one thing. That's a rule I gave myself when I started driving. It's like, even if I'm just thirsty, I can't just buy a drink.
I do seasonal coffees. So, like when it's starting to warm up, I'm start to go cold brew.
Okay.
And you just kind of, you drink it and you're feeling all the emotions that go with that. You go into winter, you're like, I'm getting cozy. I'm slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I can't drink it too fast. It's hot.
Ooh.
And the cold is like, let's fire this. I'm out on the run. I'm sipping it. The sun's shining. Yeah, I see that.
Sipping it.
I do chilled white wine in the summers. You're not going to catch me with one in December.
No way.
No way. But, you're like, should we sit on my patio and have a little chilled Chardonnay while we chat? I mean, how fancy is this?
I'd say 8 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
I like chilled white wine, actually.
It'll surprise you. I remember there was one of those where, classic gender norms is like whites for girls. Isn't that what they say?
Are you talking about wine?
And I tried white wine. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah. No. Yeah, wine's great.
I also had my first experience. We went out after a show in Baltimore to this fun little wine bar, handful of us. I'm like, we'll take like, you pick, Trey. And I was like, this guy recommended some random thing. I was like, all wine tastes the same. Mm-hmm. That was my first experience we had a bottle of red that I and all of us were kind of like, we don't really like this.
Oh, really?
So I finally learned after many wines, I guess it does matter.
Good for you. You turned it around, though, because you ordered me something that, looked like it was basically a cherry milkshake or something. But...
Jake, not a drinker. He's like, I just, alcohol doesn't taste good, which it doesn't unless you get real fancy stuff.
Unless you...
And we're at like this really fun late night cocktail spot where the cocktails taste like red Powerade, basically. I was like, get that, you will like it.
I came back and I had my golf glove on. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I thought I was drinking a Powerade.
Holy cow, what's going on? He started reading the greens and like, stand up. He's like, I had 2 of them.
I think it's left to right. You're like, you're in a restaurant. Yeah, but look at the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to recreate, I wanted to like try and hack mornings. Like, remember as a kid, like Christmas morning was so easy to wake up that morning because you had so much to look forward to. You didn't feel tired at all. You hopped out of bed. I wish there was a way to find something every single day that you were looking forward to, because that still happens now. It's not Christmas anymore, but it's like, maybe it is golf. It's like Saturday morning. I'm golfing with my dudes today.
I'm leaving this week we have like a cabin Airbnb in the middle of nowhere. It's this beautiful cabin. We're bringing TVs, and me and a group of guys are just having like a lockdown for 96 hours watching March Madness basketball. And like that Thursday morning,
when you wake up,
leaving it's a couple hours away. We got to be there by 11 a.m. So I'm getting up, getting things done, getting on the road.
You're gonna be
full
dad
popping
mode.
Out of bed, dude.
So those mornings are so awesome. Like, how can we do this every day? Like, what if you lived your life, or you had things set in stone or planned, where like every day you popped out of bed because there's something? It's probably pretty exhausting. Yeah. You just eventually you wake up.
Yeah, it's like, if I go to 5:30 and I've got to go to Trey's 3 hours from now, what can I do to make that Easy.
I could watch the Miracle of Life video at noon. I could plan that.
Yeah.
That could be something to look forward
It is
to.
Trey's birthday. 5:30. Yeah, I do. I love watching the timestamps. Derek too.
Yeah.
He used to. Well, now it's a little. I notice now you kind of wait till regular times.
It's more of a normal schedule now.
Yeah, it's a little more normal. He's got children and stuff. That'll happen.
Yeah. I'd say like 1 in every 3 get thrown out post midnight, and then I know that it's on me to give feedback because I'm the only one awake. So it's like, well, I know Brad and Trey aren't awake, so I guess I'll watch this one and just text Derek individually in this group text for a while.
It's great.
Yeah, love it,
guys.
It's that soapy bitterness of life.
That's really what this whole episode's about.
It's what makes us different. Yeah, wasabi
Makes life nice.
Well, so weather's been nuts, huh?
Okay, yeah. So March Madness is here. I'm elated. It's my favorite weekend of the year in sports.
I'm sure Katie totally understands, right?
So this has been last year. I had a good friend's wedding during March Madness, so that kind of put a damper on that. And 2 years ago, it was canceled because of COVID. So this is the first time
COVID-19
in 3 years I've done like, hey, I ain't doing anything but sitting here and watching this for 12 hours a day. And Katie, so I'm doing a thing with some friends. She's going out of town. You know, she's like, I explained this to her. She's like, I'll just leave town. I mean, so she's getting back Sunday. She's like, I'm going to be so excited to see you. Like, I'll get home. We'll like hang out. I'm like,
finally.
Games are on Sunday too.
Yeah, those are the games to get into the Sweet 16.
So, no. So I try to remind. I do pretty good with the sports. I mean, but then she's like, I mean, it's every Sunday for like 4 months. Mm-hmm. But there's windows. I mean, after this, April, May, June, July, August, I watch no sports basically.
Yeah, you're not a big NBA guy. NBA finals.
I watch the finals.
Yeah, what's that? June,
which is a fun few weeks, but it's kind of it.
Yeah, you're a good guy.
I'm a good guy. I'm a good husband. I am, dude.
Football season's the best. I already can't wait.
Oh my goodness.
It's amazing how much is making news right now in the off season.
You talk about a special day when that returns. That's first Sunday.
Yeah, hopping out of bed.
All the women listening are infuriated. Except the sport. Every time we do the generalizations like that,
like whoa,
it's most common. There's always a few girls. Oh, I watch it too.
I played fantasy football this year.
I played fantasy football. I made the playoffs.
Yeah,
I believe it.
I played fantasy football this year. I drafted Andrew Luck. I didn't know he retired, but I still play. Okay.
It's just a generalization. When we have our big group together, we have like one buddy's wife who's like truly cares and like just watches all this, and the girls sit over there and chat. Anyone else have this in their friend groups? We'll do like, we'll have a guy's day every now and then, but then the girls are like, what's up with this? We want to be included. And then they'll make a point to hang out, and then they just go into a separate room of the house than us and chat. That's fine, but
you could have done this at a restaurant that you chose or anything.
Happens all the time.
I see what you're saying. I think that happens naturally. I don't think it gets planned that way, but like Chiefs watch party, the girls are in one area, the guys are in the other.
Yeah. I don't know why, I chest bump 2 guys' wives and they don't want to be around me. I'm like,
I know.
This is how we watch the game.
And you've made it clear every time I come in your house, you say, hey, this is a non-segregated house. Okay, gender fluid house.
We have a sign out front.
Yeah, I'm like, no, that's great. So I don't know why people would want to separate. Do you take the sign down when they come over?
No, we leave it up all the time. We have a sign that says all peoples and races allowed in.
Good.
Because that's our philosophy. And we get some weird looks for that sign. I don't really understand.
You do start to see that on like restaurants, like, and I get what they're trying to do, but sometimes you'll see signs that are like, gays are welcome. It's just like, they're like, we actually prefer it.
Yeah, we're like, wait, I don't think I was questioning that. And
yeah, or like anything. It's just like,
let's go too supportive. We're like, we do allow black people in the doors. I'm like, well, oh my gosh, I didn't think you would.
It's weird that is this a new policy? Why is this a sign?
You're making this sound like this was implemented recently.
Yeah.
Rather than for a long time.
We treat women the same in this diner. Mm-hmm. Good.
The cooks aren't all women. Like, what?
I don't even know if that's a stereotype.
Yeah,
is that a burger place?
Yeah. Okay. This menu, on the menu, just made. We washed our hands.
I've always thought that was fascinating. You'll see a sign, in like a restaurant bathroom that all employees are required to wash their hands.
Like, so I'm not.
And it'll be in Braille. So I'm like, so they're okay with their employees being blind, but they better freaking wash their hands.
Yeah. And then, are they reading that sign in Braille before or after they wash the hand?
Well, now they're going to wash them again.
Yeah. That's
the sign has fine print that's like, and if you were reading this now and you're blind, then go ahead and wash them again because the sign ain't clean.
Yeah. Well, then I touch the first one again, then that one you got to wash again.
Yeah. It's tough being blind for that reason. Think about the hand washing.
Yeah. We're on the same page.
Man, that would stink to be blind since birth. It would just be so hard to even describe what things are. Like colors or...
Yes, you really don't, yeah.
Or
but
cilantro.
I heard you hear and smell and so good.
That's true. You're probably very good at, musical bingo. I was at a restaurant the other night where they were doing that, where like they play a song and then you got to tell what song it is. Could have used a blind guy then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say that enough.
Sharpness.
Yeah. They're quick with the other senses. But hey, that's just me. How do you feel about people without senses?
They're allowed in.
I would serve them.
Yeah, we need to add a sign. Dadgummit.
Dadgummit.
Get your tickets to the tour. We announced new dates. We're taking back off next week.
Yes, the
And
Northeast.
The good people of the Northeast will all study my states.
Yeah, I'm excited to go to Rhode Island. I've driven through it before, but I've
never been.
Spent time. Providence,
good people coming out.
Yeah.
So we will see y'all then. Get your tickets. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for listening every week. We'll talk to you then.
Talk to you then.
Peace.
Correct opinion.